Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. Mic check 1, 2, 3. How's everyone doing today? Well, check this out, guys. I want to wish you guys a happy Friday. I know. What a late video. Some of you guys are sleeping on the East Coast. Well, if this doesn't show you my commitment to the community at Al Stock Trades, I don't know what does, right? So this is a live video, and we want to go ahead and end you off with some market analysis, right? Because who doesn't want that on a Friday night, right? I'm a nerd, right? That's what it is. So let's go ahead and without further ado, share some screens here and let's do some market here. So the market analysis 10-year Treasury yield. So over, and let's actually, you know what? Let's actually make this a little bigger here so we can see it here, right? So market analysis 10-year Treasury yield. So over all the pattern we discussed yesterday concerning the 10-year Treasury inverse relationship with the equity markets remains intact, right? So as the 10-year Treasury goes up, the equity markets go down. So today the 10-year Treasury rallied, breaking the downward channel. However, it still has yet to surpass the previous resistance levels as indicated with the blue dashed line, which I'm going to show you here. Oh, it's not here. One moment. Let's take a little short intermission here and let me share with you the actual slide set. So let's go ahead and repopulate and then we can share. So my apologies, I'm slacking. So as you can see here, this is TXN. Let me just zoom in a little bit on here. This is the 10-year Treasury. As you can see, we were in a downward trajectory channel, and then now we just broke out of it, right? But we're still testing this resistance line. Many technicians believe, again, the MACD is curling up, that if this was to pass, you have a double resistance line. So potentially we are going to go down after this rallies. And then inversely, equity markets should bottom out and provide a buy the dip opportunity. Let's continue. So anticipated market movement. So next week, we anticipate that this resistance line will hold and the 10-year Treasury will resume its downward trajectory in tandem with a rise in equities. Many institutional investors are poised to observe January 8th as it marks the 5th trading day, which has a lot of statistical significance. As I was telling you, you can gauge how strong the market will be. Again, it is a presidential election cycle. Historically, they do well, especially if a Democratic incumbent wins. But again, Trump is his own beast. I wouldn't classify Trump as a Republican. He's in its own category. So the market may actually do well. Who knows? In examining the small cap Russell 2000 IWM, it appears that we have bridged the gap and filled in the gap to all my technical analysis folks out there. We will ascertain if the prior resistance line will transform into a support line, potentially triggering a rally in small caps. Especially, it's a small cap stock rally of 2024. So overall, 10-year Treasury movement, the 10-year is expected to resume its downward trajectory. Institutional investors are observing January 8th as it marks a significant date for institutional investors. Small cap stocks analysis, we did fill in the gap. So here's what we talked about in regards to the 10-year, and here's the gap that's filled. So you remember how it basically broke out of the resistance line and it jumped, but left the gap. Now the gap is filled. And we believe that this will turn into a support line. As you can see, this ended green, and then we can go ahead and start rallying. So that's kind of the analogy there. But now let's talk about, do a little U-turn, exploring market opportunities. Regarding other market opportunities, recently Bitcoin mining companies such as MARA and RIOT may present a tactical advantage, which we intend to monitor closely within the stock terminal. This is data directly from our stock terminal. These are artificial intelligence, AI support and resistance lines. And as you can see here, we did basically go down around 8 to 10%. And now this may serve as a support line for future extended rallies, especially as the Bitcoin ETF is in talks. For folks that know, they know. Overall, this is another technical analysis support line and resistance with the Fibonacci sequence retracement, as well as RIOT. And you can see MARA looks a little better than RIOT, but overall, this might serve as an opportunity for Bitcoin mining companies for folks that are interested. Again, recalibration strategy. So overall, it has been an uneventful week, and we plan to recalibrate over strategies next week. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Many institutional investors are observing January 8th as it marks the 5th trading day. The 10-year Treasury, we expect it to have a downward trajectory. Institutional investors, we're going to look at Jan 8. And then Bitcoin mining companies, we're going to look at the tactical advantage. Also, I would like to, by the way, TJ, the Wheel Deal, how are you doing today? Good evening. I just saw your message. My apologies. I didn't see it there. I've been so focused. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, check out this gentleman's channel. Very, very, very nice man. Very lovely, good human being. Just a good, just a good guy. Just one of those good guys. Hard to find. Let me go ahead and update this annual letter here. So let me show you something that's going to basically blow your mind. So you remember I told you about our portfolio hedge, our top stocks, which outperformed. Our top January picks are up 114%. When Enphase was down, we took advantage of it. We issued a price target at around when it was $73. We're like, let's take advantage of that. And we gained 80%. Or for example, our top semiconductor stocks that are up 79%, or our top proprietary back-tested 18-year 2006 model up 36%, or even our another back test up 37%. You're gonna basically go crazy right now. Check this out. So our top stock picks increased. So we chose the stock picks in January, as you can see here, January 11, January 12, and 13. What we found is that our stock picks, we got them in. Like, for example, SoFi, we called out at $4.43. If you don't recall, I made a video about SoFi when it was trading at $20. I said, this is overvalued. And then everyone gave me shit, and then it basically fell. And then we went ahead and said, you know what? We are changing our decision at SoFi at $4.43. Same thing, Palantir's doing good. Tesla, we called out at 101. Long story short, we were able, upon analyzing our top stock picks, it is evident that our selection has selectively accrued a total market capitalization gaining $512 billion. We're able to basically, accurately predict a good value for these companies that then Wall Street was able to take up $512 billion. Same thing with our top semiconductor plays. We went ahead and picked them at a low market cap, and then they increased $459 billion. And if you think that's crazy, our portfolio hedge strategy, we were able to, for example, we called Apple out at a price of $124.17. Well, now we obviously ended we chose new stocks for a proprietary model, and we ended it at $1.92. As you can see, it's down. But overall, our portfolio hedge regarding our 2022 stock picks, our selection gained $1.2 trillion in market cap. And then in our another backtest model didn't gain as much. It gained a modest $62.7 billion. Like, that's not a lot, right? But overall, if you were to calculate all those billions, our total market gain for all of our stock picks in 2022 gained $2.23 trillion. Huge, okay? So this is part of our updated longs, updated technical tacticals here, our table watches, and our portfolio hedge modeling system. And take advantage of our New Year's deal. Make sure you use coupon code New Year's and at stocktrades.com, and take advantage of our podcast. So we're now available on Amazon Music, Apple podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google, whatever. We're on like Spotify. We're on everything. Okay. So definitely take advantage of that. And if you haven't done so, please do take advantage of our top selling book, The Intelligent Investor for the Modern Reader. It is currently sitting at top 1 on Google and now in the top 50 on Amazon. Listen, guys, all profit proceeds of this book will be donated to our charity to help low poverty GDP countries, assist them in teaching them how to do academic research. In fact, I actually wanted to I wanted to show you guys something that I'm really, really proud of. Let me see if I can share the screen here really quickly. I'm really proud of this here. So I recently we just published an academic peer-reviewed paper. Again, this is like peer-reviewed by academic neurosurgeons. This is like not, this is a pretty big deal here. It's our leukocyte differential gene expression prognostic value for high versus low seizure frequency in temporal lobe epilepsy. Here's me as one of the authors. Essentially, we created a blood test that was able to open up white blood cells and determine if somebody is going to have high or low seizure frequency. In fact, there's been a lot of studies, especially for unruptured intracranial aneurysms, where if you open up a leukocyte, you can essentially create a blood test that is prognostic for a disease, which extends beyond than just going into the brain and trying to sample the brain. We believe that the white blood cells from the brain go to blood that can be drawn from your arm. So it's a huge, huge breakthrough. And we just published it. Very excited for this here. But yeah, guys, take advantage of this. And most certainly, if you haven't done so, please review our book. It means a lot. It would really mean the world to me if you guys can give us a 5-star review. Again, all profit proceeds will be donated. I don't take $1. All profit proceeds will be donated to our beautiful students, over 200 students worldwide that are trying to become doctors, that are already doctors, that are trying to learn and find cures for diseases to help their country. And to those that have been given much as expected, and to those that have been entrusted with much more will be asked, which is why we're committing all of the profit proceeds that we get from this wonderful book to charity. All right, Mr. How? Hey, I doubled my Clover Health position this week. Honestly, I actually issued some. I was speaking to my members here, and I was talking to them about Clover, and I went ahead and secured some shares, especially at the 92 and 95 cent lows. Very excited for that. Speaking about Clover Health, I think there's 3 options they're going to have to do. The one is just grow at 12.5% for their Medicare Advantage. I'm going to make a separate video about this because it will do it justice. The second thing is, obviously, since they left ACO REACH, double down on Medicare Advantage and grow more than 12.5% to a point where the new growth that has a higher MCR is offset by the older customers with a lower MCR. Then the third way is to find a new revenue source, which we talked about the SaaS discussion talks. So we're going to hopefully look at Q4 2023 and to calibrate our guidance for Q1 through 4 of 2024, and hopefully they basically tell us about that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy our analysis, as you can see, we put in a lot of, it's Friday night, and what am I doing, right? I love the craft, I love the due diligence, I love the research, and most importantly, I love each and every one of you. I hope that over the years and over the months, I hope I've fostered a beautiful relationship, because when I do talk to you guys, I feel like I'm, right in there talking to you. And I really hope that's why I do lives. Lives are not really great for the YouTube algorithm. They don't really like them because, I just don't know why. But I like them because there's a comment channel. So if somebody comments, I'm able to interact with you guys. So it's like we have a discussion, right? So definitely take advantage of that. And ladies and gentlemen, take advantage of our Happy New Year's deal. For folks that are waiting, no worries. We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. Just know that we do have a great partnership with the firm, which you're able to make this lifetime access in a monthly payment to digest it. I think it's like $76 if you use this coupon code a month, and then you're able to turn it into lifetime access. So I'm very happy to do that because unfortunately the data is expensive, and again, all the money that goes in here goes in to feed the data. As you know, for folks that are in there's a lot of data, there's a lot of insight, and a lot of research. I don't charge for my time because I love what I do. To me, because I would honestly do this regardless. Maybe the video is not so much, but it's honestly helped me because I can put everything on one sheet and I can look at my own research. So it's good to share. Sharing is caring. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful weekend. It's 10:25. Arizona time. I'm gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna go do some swimming. And I love each and every one of you guys. Make sure to put your health first. Remember, health is all we have. And focus on that. I've honestly been terrible at that, and I have to remind myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all.